Right guys, so in this week's video, due to public demand, I'm doing a video where I show you just how I do my Her Majesty the Princess hair. Everyone's been asking, how do I do it, how do I take care of it, how does it grow so much, and you know, just the whole lot, like how do I wash it, clean it, do it up and maintain her hair basically. So I'm going to be doing that this week. So right now I'm off to the shops. I've just heard, you know, after lockdown that the shop has reopened, thank God, because I didn't have any products, so hence me not being able to do this recording for you guys. So now that it's open, hopefully I can get to the shop and get all the products, and once I get back I will show you from the beginning how I wash it, and I will do the whole lot. And so yeah, that's this week. Beautiful day. So here we go. Off I go to the shop. Hey, so guess what? I went to the shop and I managed to get everything except one thing, but I don't need it for today, so it's okay. But everything else that I need was there. The shop was open, and yeah, so I'll show you what to do when we get home. Right? Later. Okay, so just so you see, here we have little madam. Look at the state of her hair. So I said, literally showing you from start to finish how I do her hair. So what's happened here is that I left it out for since her birthday, so last Sunday, and today's Saturday. So I've left it out just to give her a breather, you know, from the pulling and, you know, all the different things that, you know, the pressure on the hair, just to relax it a bit, you know. So now we're gonna do it, wash it, and I'll show you what we're gonna use. Off we go to the bathroom. Right, so here we are. So I got my little madam in the bath, and one thing you've got to realize is you have to make the bath look like fun, like a fun time to do. So I make it into a bubble bath. She has her favorite Barbie in there, you know, and
from my birthday.
From your birthday, Daddy bought you that for your birthday present. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna part her hair in 3. So all you need now is I use argan oil shampoo from Morocco shampoo. It hydrates and detangles. So you see that one there? So yeah, so that's what I'm using. And then all you need are 3 bands, hair bands, like that, and a white tooth comb. That's all you need for the washing. So here we go. So part the hair in 3s. You can see my lines from the previous hairdos still there, intact. So I just do it roughly. It doesn't have to be really precise. Sorry, Mama. So and then try and go to the back. So that's the one, and then make this line a bit further to the back line, just really roughly. As you can see, the hair is dry, so you don't want to add pressure on it. So turn around, sweetie. Turn this way. So you see, this is what I've done. So I'm gonna take a band and just band this up, just roughly, you know, nothing too tight or anything, just like twice like that. And then I'm gonna do the same on this bit here as well, something like that. And then I'm gonna wash the hair in bits. I'm gonna start with this bit, go to that bit, and then end up in the back. So you speak to her as you're going along the way as well, so she understands. And my baby doesn't like water going in her ears, so you could use earplugs if you like. But for Bernice's place, she prefers to hold her ears together, push her hair back, and it's coming, okay? In bath for water. So I just it tickles. Okay, hold on. just wet the hair like that, and then I put this. It's got a lot of lather, so you don't need too much of it. So I'm gonna do 2 washes, but let's keep your hair back because you. Okay, so that's the first time. First wash it, rinse it out. And then second wash. And then with my, do you see that? I just do this in 3 bits, like this. I have the 3 bits and then I come through from the ends and work yourself downwards, like this, just to detangle the hair. So don't literally, okay, sorry, gonna wipe it. So almost like you're just brushing it, detangling, can you see that, like this? So that's it, it's fully detangled, see that bit? If you're always doing this, your little one's hair will not tangle up too much. Can you see? Already this bit is done. Hence me using the wide tooth as well, so it doesn't hurt. Just to keep it fixed. So I showed you, you repeat the same thing. And rinse backwards. With this rinse, you make sure it's thoroughly rinsed out. So once that's done, you hold this bit, just drain it like this. See that? How much water is coming out? Drain it, drain the excess water, and then use the same hairband to band it up, just like so. This time a little bit tighter so it doesn't go into the rest of the hair, and you push it to the front, and then roll it, just like that. Yeah? And I'm going to the next section of our hair. you band it up at least 3 times. Right, like so. See? You got the 3 bits now. That's it. So all the washing done. So what you then do is I use the same opportunity. To give her a quick shower, and then what you do is you rub her hair so she doesn't catch a cold. Right, like this. See, she already knows how we do it. So I hold it, wrap it, turn around, sweetie. Wrap it like this. Wrap it, and I bring it back up just to drain off the water. So all the excess water, to drain it off. Like that. Turn. So I do that, wrap it round, and then I tuck it in there. Like this. They always say, oh, my head is heavy. So, like that. That drains the water, doesn't it? Yeah, well done, good kids. And now what I'm doing now is trying to do a drying style, if you call it, yeah. So what I do is after I've washed it, I'll show you all the products closer. I've got argan oil from Morocco as well, strengthening and shine leave-in conditioner. Yeah, this one. That's the one I'm gonna start with first. So it's still in the 3 partings, if you can see. So what I do is I just, from the root upwards, so that's done. And then the other thing I do is I use Cantu Care for Kids Curling Cream, defines and tames fuzzy frizz. So that's the one that I use. So what I do is I put a pinch into my hand like that. Yeah, rub, and just spread it. So every time you put anything into her hair, you kind of just massage it in and make sure it's evenly spread. That's it. So now at this point, what I then do is I'm gonna pat the hair using, see this? So it's got 1 stick on there. So I'm gonna pat it in a few areas, and I'm going to apply to the scalp just for the shine. Cantu Sheer Butter Hair Dressing Pomade. Adds texture, lift and control, seals in moisture and all that. So I'm gonna put that in. So what I do, starting from the edges, I take here and just go around like that first, and then in a few areas see, like that, to the scalp. Just finish off with my fingers, it's easier. Bit, you know, just in a few areas really. And once you've applied that, again, massage. So it's evenly spread. Okay? I use this hairstyle that I'm about to do. It's for the stretching, just to help you with the stretching. So what I do, because I'm gonna leave it in for like a day or 2, I tend to make the lines distinct and just make it look really neat, just in case you have to go out and she's got the same hair. You don't want to open it just because you are going out, so you can use it as a hairstyle as well at the same time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this parting nice and clear for you. Yeah, so I'll open this bit just for the parting. So sit up straight, sweetie, straight, face there. So I'm gonna go from the middle of her head there, using this comb like this. See what I'm doing? Yeah. It's not as straight, but you know, it's something good enough. Can you see that? Yeah. And once that's done, I'm gonna put this back. The reason I do that is so that it's not disturbing this side once I'm doing this. So I tend to choose either boxes or triangles. But with our head shape and our hairline shape, I find it easier to do the triangles. So that's what I'm gonna do. So if you can see that bit, Nana, turn this way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a line through there. That makes the first triangle, and then that's gonna guide me to the rest of them. So, but before I start that, I wanna show you something. In Zambia, when I was growing up in Zambia, my parents, everyone back home, literally, we used to call this, the one I'm about to do on her, the hairstyle, we used to say IYA COTTONI. Like, we used to use thread. We'll take like literally thread, you know, the thread that you use to stitch up, sew up clothes and, you know, make like stitches here and there. We used to call it IYA COTTONI. But for me, they won't be a cotton. The reason I'm not, I just said I'm not using cotton. The reason I'm not using cotton is for the fact that I found that every time I did it with my own hair, the end bits, I would lose the end bits because the thread was so thin that it would tangle up onto the end bit, and it would then break my hair. So for my daughter, I just made up something for myself. I just thought, okay, I'm gonna use something which is more silky, more less which applies less tension on the hair, and that doesn't, you know, it's not too thin to like make that really tight knot. So I just, you know, one day when I was doing her hair, I saw my tights lying around. So I took tights like these. So these are like old tights. See, I've already used one leg. So I used one leg like this. So some old tights which are like silky or nylon, that's it, thin ones. I then take it and I cut off the foot, which is already done here. You can see, so it's got an opening there. The foot is cut off. And then I just literally hold it with my armpit like that. And then I just see like that bit. I'm gonna cut about that bit, and I'll show you what I do with it. So I'm gonna cut up. So each one of these three is gonna have maybe about 4 plaits or 3. I'm gonna do 3 just to make it quick. So I'll do maybe 3, and then 4 on the back. So that's 3, 6, 9, 10 plaits. That's all I'm gonna do. IYA COTTONI, yeah, with the thread.
In the great outdoors, forever free.
And last one, 12. So as I said, I just did a few extra bits just so we've got an excess. So I'll now show you what I do with them. So these bits, look at this. So this is one of them. So when you take it, it looks something like this, about that size. See that? Then what I do is I put my fingers and pull it. Yeah? Once I pull it, I take the scissors and cut anyway, any bit. So it's that long. See that? Because her hair is quite long, so I need about that much of it.
To be in the great outdoors, forever free. You
there I have my threads. See?
In the great
Pull them a bit more.
forever free.
Thank you, sweetheart. So there, now I'm set to go. So now, once I've done that, what I now do is exactly what I said to you, triangle shapes. This is a form of way to straighten the hair, to stretch it out, instead of using heat. So like most mums will use blow dryers and all sorts of things, but I try by all means to maintain the texture of her hair by not applying heat. So this bit, I'm gonna do that, and then I'll show you from this end to there. So what you do is you present to them a few toys if it's not working. I then put her on VeggieTales. Then another thing is flash that in front of her, keeps her busy. And now I'm gonna show you how I do the Zambian threading. Before you thread, so bring your head, you just comb through using the big comb again. Then what I do, I add a bit of Eco Styler just to get all the edges in. As I said, I want this hair done as neatly as possible so she's able to go out with it. So that's Eco Styler gel. I just bit of it in my fingers like this and just add to the edges. So have a bit of excess there, okay? Go around like that. At least I went around at least 4 times, I think. Then you start coming up. Coming up in little bits with the thread. Can you see how the Cantu curling cream is leaving the whiting there? I'm making sure that the oil is not only on the hair, but the thread, my thread is actually getting the oil as well. So come, let's sit down so they can see. There's less pressure on the hair, less pressure, less tension, and you keep going. Once I reach the end, I've got a bit of hair there. I don't take that in. What I do is I go around my fingers and just make a knot. A knot like this to close in. That's first knot, then I make another knot. Then what I do, you take my scissors and I cut off the excess. Just like that. So you continue. So see from that triangle that I made there, as I said, I'm only gonna make 3. So what I then do is from the top tip there of that V, I go bang one down like that. So that way it makes yet another triangle and it leaves a triangle on the other side as well. The reason I'm holding there is to avoid the tension going onto her head. I'm trying to do it as low down below as possible. The reason I'm doing that as well is to enable not too much tension on the baby hairs on the edges, otherwise you lose your edges like I have. And then I bring the plait as low, far down below as possible, as opposed to it being up high. Thread about that bit, left out. Pull your head. You can make your child pull their head as far away from you as possible. It's good for you to pull the hair a bit so you're straightening it already. So you got your V there. And what's really good is that I'm now going to use these lines to guide me when I come to this side. I'm going to use this. I'm going to go that way. Then I'm gonna go that way. So this bit is actually even easier than this bit because these are my guidelines. I'm going to use that and that twice. And it's going to make the same pattern here as that you can see over here. What's remaining is the back. I'm gonna just make 4 patterns. So I'm gonna take this line all the way straight down and then halfway like that. So I make a triangle there. Do you see what I mean? So down and then diagonal like that, like that. Okay? So once you straighten it out and you've got all these threadings and it's just sticking up as opposed to coming down like this, what I do is I've bought different bobos. They just use multicolors so that way she can wear different dresses with it. And then I also style out the edges as well. Then also I style out the edges. Yeah, I'll put that in a minute. So I've got an old toothbrush which I've used time and time again. Eco Styler gel and dab it in. So from the middle parting, I just go like this. Just take the edges, take it round and up. Like that. Yeah. Shape it up. And from that line there, my second line, I just take it all the way to the ear, like that. You do the same to the other side. You can use your finger to make it, to emphasize the definition. Okay, look at the camera.